That is Ryan Noah, and he's giving my sprayer a makeover. Good morning. Welcome back to Missouri and another episode of All Things Welding. I've not done a good job of giving you content on YouTube, and I hope to do a better job of that this spring as we get into planting season. I want to try to bring you content that is original and that you don't see on every farming YouTube channel. I haven't seen a lot of farmers go swimming in a hog lagoon in January like we did on the last one, and I've never seen an episode like what I'm going to try to bring you today. So let's go to the shed and I'll show you what the project is. So here's the project. 2019 John Deere R4038 Sprayer, 100-foot booms. We're going to give it a makeover. So I want to show you a little bit more about why I'm investing the money to do what I'm doing here with this ceramic coating. Still waiting on Ryan to get here. He was a little delayed this morning, but he's on his way. Going to be here in about 30 minutes. So while we got a couple minutes, let me show you exactly what worries me and why I'm spending the money. We have a lot of issues like this up and down the boom, even up here where we don't get really any chemical. We've got issues where the paint's rusting and flaking out. This is an area where the boom tip comes back around and hangs, and you can see it's kind of oily looking there. So you know, he says he can bring it back to new, and all this bubbling paint and whatnot, I'm cautiously optimistic that he can. Now the rest of the sprayer itself is in good shape, so I'm confident that when he gets done with it, it will look like new. But he does have his work cut out for him here, and I'm excited but nervous. All right, we're here with Ryan Noah, Noah's Detailing and Ceramic Coating, Old Monroe, Missouri, correct?
Yep.
So he is here to do a ceramic coat job on my John Deere sprayer. So first off, Ryan, what is ceramic coating and why are we doing this?
So basically ceramic coating is kind of like a liquid glass. We prep the paint, or we can put it on pretty much anything but rubber, like on tires. But it adds a protection to your paint, and it keeps it from corroding from like fertilizers. It keeps the fertilizer from eating at the paint, sun fading and oxidation. It completely keeps that away for anywhere from 3 to 7 years. And depending on how much you take care of it, it'll last even longer. But it also matters on your harsh environments too. But it's basically just like I explained to customers, it's a thin layer of glass you're applying over your equipment or your vehicle, and it just protects it from all your elements that it's up against.
This is probably newer to agriculture than what it is. I mean, they've been doing this to like collector cars and antique tractors and stuff for years, right?
Yeah, they have. This is really taken off in the ag world. We're starting to see more and more people doing it. There's still not a lot of us. I know off top of hand, I know of at least 6 people, and that's just in the whole United States that's doing this, and just strictly ag. I mean, they do other stuff too, like I do, but 98% of our business is just doing ag equipment and construction equipment. We do a lot of that too.
All right, so we've seen the sprayer. It's a 2019 model John Deere R438. We've got some rust issues. You've looked at the sprayer. Tell me what steps, because obviously it'd be better if this sprayer was brand new out of the factory,
right.
But tell me what steps that we need to go through based on what you've seen to ceramic coat this machine, to do the booms and everything.
Yeah, so basically on the booms, we got corrosion from the from the elements of your fertilizer and your chemicals. I don't know if you run fertilizer through it or not, but we need to go through and get all them rust spots out. Ideally, strip the booms down and sandblast it and get everything completely, every speck of rust off of it. But you know, sometimes that's just not the case and not what we can do. So basically right now we're just gonna go through and we're gonna grind and sand down all the rust spots and where all the paint's flaked off the booms and get it back to good paint, level paint, to where we don't have to worry about it flaking off. Do that to the best of our ability, and then go from there. But yeah, we need to start with stripping off all the tips and the nozzles so we can get to it easier and get it all sanded down and then go from there.
Okay, I look forward to seeing how it turns out. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
So what he's doing is sanding down all the rust spots. We've got everything on what would be the left boom, all the boom piping off of it. We're going to leave the hose on there. Just going to take way too much time to get all that off there. But he's getting it all sanded down, and then we're going to paint that. I say we. He's going to paint it, and then then clear coat it.
Yeah, clear.
Paint it, then clear coat it, and then once that cures out, then he can come in and put the ceramic on it. So he's got the patience of Job. I'd have gave up a long time ago. So we have moved the sprayer to my shop because we needed a windbreak. We've got the entire boom sanded down, and Ryan, I don't know what he's doing now. Let's go find out what he's doing, but we're making progress. This has turned out to be way more of an undertaking than I thought it would be. So let's go see what he's up to. So while Ryan's outside priming the main boom, I've got a section of boom in here that it's rusted out terribly. So we've made the decision, we're just gonna go ahead and sand it, clear down. It's just a piece of square tubing. If I had a piece of it here, I'd just replace it, to be honest. But it's rusted out really, really bad. So we just took the whole thing off. While he's priming, I'm gonna sand this down. So the biggest undertaking on this entire project has been the booms. And this all kind of came together in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And the biggest issue was all of the rust that I had on the booms. So basically we had to grind down, sand down all the rust spots on the boom, and then Ryan had to come in and primer it and paint it. So here we are the 19th of April in Missouri, and we were like 48 for the high today. I don't have a shed big enough to get it in and paint it, so we've been dealing with wind and unusually cold temperatures. But the boom is, I guess you would say, done, Ryan, other than the ceramic coating part of it. Did the best we could do with what we had to work with. In a perfect world, and we've said this a lot, in a perfect world we'd have probably stripped, you can see there's no boom piping on it, but we'd have probably stripped all the hoses, all the hydraulics, and sandblasted the whole boom. But it looks great. It's going to serve the purpose, but it would have been probably a lot easier and smarter to sandblast the whole thing. But it's done. Everything now should be able to be done, with the exception of ceramic coating the boom, should be able to be done here in the shop. You can probably hear the heater running. He just finished painting the booms, touching them up, so we're trying to get a little heat in here and get it to cure. So I think we're in the home stretch. You might make note that if anybody from Milwaukee is watching this, all of his tools and mine to complete this project have been Milwaukee tools. I don't know, what do we have, 8 batteries I think at one time we were trying to charge, so we need more. You know, the millennial farmer's got that finger snap thing that he does, and we need to figure out how he does that.
He needs to come do it because we need some help.
We're getting there though.
Getting close.
So is this the first used sprayer that you've done then?
Second.
This
same,
one?
Same sprayer, same model sprayer, but it was brand new.
But this is the first used one that you've done?
Yeah, first used sprayer.
So a little more than what you thought you were getting into then?
Yeah, I figured about a half a day of grinding a couple spots, but hey, it is what it is.
And we ended up with about 2.
I'll have that. Blame that on the John Deere man.
Steve wasn't a part of any of it when it came apart, and he's putting it back together, so he's kind of figuring it out as he goes. But got the left side boom piping, it's back on. And Ryan is finishing up the right side. By the end of the day, we'll have it back together. Well, she's all finished up. Ryan did a great job. Noah's detailing and ceramic coating, Old Monroe, Missouri. If you're interested, I'll put his logo up here, and give him a call. He said he'll travel anywhere, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I will say the only thing I wish I'd have done different is timed it a little bit better and went ahead and sandblasted the booms and started from absolute scratch on the booms. But considering the situation and the time frame I had to get it done in, it's still going to last a lot longer and be in way better shape. The machine itself, it didn't look that good when I had it delivered. So again, thank you, Ryan. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.